Hello everyone! My name is Noemi Banchi and this is another metaphysical activity online, like every Saturday since here in Sydney at 2 p.m. So today we will start listening to the anthem, the metaphysical anthem, whose author is Sir Ruben Cedeño, and also it was approved by Connie Mendes in 1970. So let's start. I am perfect. Yo soy perfecto. Okay, so this anthem, the lyric is in Spanish, of course, and the lyric says, I am perfect, and I am the great, and I have all the power. And well, this is the anthem. Now we are going to start the activity of today's activity, which is human constitution. Before starting, as every Saturday, we are going to do the service of Violet Ray. I am inviting all the bright beings of the seven ray to come here right now to this place, with the violet ray transmuting, freeing the earth, ascending it to the light of God that never fails, and converting it into the freedom's holy star. Beloved Master Saint Germain and the beings of the violet ray, come, 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 ignite, 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 focus, focus, focus. Here, the violet flame of forgiveness, compassion, love, problem solver, and build here the sacred temple of violet fire and the sacred cathedral of His Majesty Saint Germain. Kneeling in our hearts, we give our greeting, welcome, and reverence to the King of the Golden Age, beloved Master Saint Germain. Beloved Master Saint Germain, I am invoking your violet cloak of light, your crown of Maltese crosses, your zephyr of amethyst from your heart center of compassion, love. Cover us with your cloak, reign with your crown on us, lead us with your zephyr, and walk through us. Let's go to Mount Avila, where in the etheric region the palace of the purpose of man is, in whose center is the immense Saint Germain's cathedral, where under its dome the violet flame burns for the whole world. Palace of the purpose of man that expands its light from Mount Avila. Its motto is unity, truth, and freedom. It is the golden beacon of the new age. The beautiful Saint Germain's cathedral of the violet flame is a heart. It radiates compassion, peace, and transmutation. It is a sacred fire of forgiveness. Angels of the violet fire, the pillar of the violet flame torch, the hand of violet flame, the violet Master Saint Germain's cloak. Come, 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 surround, 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 involved, 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 my being, this place, every person, and the whole earth. Beloved presence of God, I am. Stop here and erase right now with the power of all the beings of violet light and the activities of the violet ray, so that sweep, 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 erase, 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 burn, 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 transmute, 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 consume, 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 dissolve, dissolve, dissolve all negative appearances. Violet flame, violet flame, violet flame. Saint Germain, Saint Germain, Saint Germain. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Erase, erase, erase. Burn, burn, burn. Transmute, transmute, transmute. Consume, consume, consume. Dissolve, dissolve, dissolve. Violet flame, violet flame, violet flame. We decree, in the name of the divine presence of God, I am, and His Majesty Saint Germain, violet ray and protection for all children, the young, the elderly, the disembodied, rulers, teachers, activists, artists, doctors, mystics, and priests. We decree to every appearance that is not peace, health, or prosperity in the world, I erase it, I erase it, I erase it. It is dissolved, it is dissolved, it is dissolved. It is consumed, it is consumed, it is consumed. You do not have power over me. Cross of violet flame, bless me, protect me, defend me, and enfold me. Beloved Master Saint Germain, with the power of the divine presence of God, I am, and the power of 1,000 suns, I am unloading firmly the blessing, protection, defense, and envelopment of the violet ray. I am accepting, absorbing, and expanding this blessing of the violet flame, eternally and self-sustaining, in the name of Master Saint Germain. Amen and amen. Thank you, Father. And also I want to give thanks to His Excellency Sir Ruben Cedeño, because he is the person who teach me. All this information you will find in a book, but few books. A few books. The Metaphysics by Ruben Cedeño. It's available at Amazon, and Pillars of Metaphysics by Ruben Cedeño as well. Daily Meditations by Thomas Prince, and well, I use the dictionary, so as well. Today we are going to study the being. And to start talking about the being, we have to go very far, far, far away. So once upon a time, when neither the earth nor the sun had been created, we were alive. But not as today, not as these days, like with, for example, with the physical body. No, at that time, we didn't have a physical body, actually. The reason why is because we didn't need it one. So for this reason, we didn't have. And this is the representation of the great, great, great central spiritual sun. Because at that time, millions and millions and millions of years ago, we were part of this, the great, great, great central spiritual sun. And if I have to say that this was a time or a place, well, in fact, I can't, because it is not about time or a place. But to talk about, to be more understanding this, I would say that at that time, everything was perfect. At that time, there was no virus, there was no financial problem, there was no issues with the family or friends or work. Everything was perfect. Because God is light. And because of we are within God, we are radiant sparks. I have to say that that time when we were here, we weren't aware of our constitution. So we were a spark, but actually we didn't know what we are. And for this reason, we came here to be aware of that. So, first of all, I put three names: the being, the monad, and the spirit, because it's the same. If we say the being, we are talking about the monad or also the spirit. And that part of us is called a spirit. When I mean that part is this. This part, when we were here, this part in us is called a spirit. The monad is an indivisible spiritual atom. Actually, monad means one. And when we are talking about we are the monad, we are one with everybody, with everything. Even though we cannot see each other, or we cannot talk all the time, or I don't know, we cannot see each other, we are one. Even with our families or friends who we say that they passed away, but actually they disembodied. They don't have a physical body now, but they exist. God within you is an electronic fire. So you are fire, and the type of this part of you, your spirit, is electronic fire. Let me explain with an image, and will be easier to understand. So here I show you. Here, this image is the representation of the I Am Presence. As you can see here, this name, the I Am Presence. And the I Am Presence is this body of light. So you can see here, all this is your presence, or spirit, or monad, or being. So everything is the same. In the middle, we have this triangle, like a lotus, with the 7 spheres with different colors, with 7 colors. And this is your inner self. And on the bottom of the image here, you can see like a body, because this is the representation of your personality. For at the moment, we are talking about the I am presence. So inner self and personality, we are going to talk next Saturday, next activity. Because actually the I am presence is very, very important. So this image, so you can see here like a light, like yes, like a spark, was in at that time in the within God. So this is when we say we are, when you can read in the Bible. In the Bible it said, you are gods. What does it mean? Well, this is the meaning, because this part of you is the essence of God. Let me give you an example so you maybe it's clear. You can have the ocean, and the ocean has liters and liters and liters of water. But at the same time, if you have only one drop of this water, you have the essence of this ocean in one drop, like a tiny. Even we cannot see a drop because it's so tiny, tiny, tiny. The same with that. We are God. We are like a minuscule part of God, but we have the essence of God within us. The monad is something that is and exists. So for this reason is everywhere. When you realize you are a monad and you have because this is the point. We need to understand that we are everything what we need, and we are one with everyone as well. Let me tell you something. I will show my face again. Some monad, some people call God, but not the God from the religions, because in religions they talk about God, but I don't know if you saw previous lessons about God, but you can find on Facebook, because these activities are through Australian Metaphysics, so you can watch it anytime. And when we talk about God, we have to understand God. Actually, this as transcendent God, which is the God that you can study with the religion, and immanent God. And when we talk in metaphysics about the I am presence, we are talking about the immanent God, means God within you. The being is what we really are. So you think you are your body, your eyes, your legs, and you think all your appearance, but it's not. This is not your reality. Your reality is light. You are light. The main activity of the monad is perception. And I looked at the dictionary because, are you sure if you know what perception means? Perception is the quality of being aware of something. So, you as a being, your quality, so maybe your work is be aware of what? Of everything. But let's look at something, like here says, something in more detail, because something can be many things. But when we talk about perception, we talk about, for instance, I put this image of the bell seat. Why the seat belt? Because it's easier. I don't know if you have a car or you were on the car. In the car, when you start, before starting actually, you have to put your belt seat. What happens if you don't? Some cars start to ping, 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 ping. So, oh yes, I have to be aware of my belt seat, my seat belt. But more about, for instance, your appearance, what clothes you use, how do you walk, and what is your posture, for instance, right now. What is your posture right now? Are you aware of that? Your face, when you talk, you move, for instance, I will show you my face so you can see my face, and I move my hands, and I have a lot of expressions with my forehead and everything. So, for instance, when I have to swallow, when I have to breathe in or breathe out, so perception of all your appearance. And also it's very important when you have to, because you have to perceive, be aware of if you have your clothes, it's perfect, if there's no holes or how can I say, for instance, your clothes is your so it's like you have to be aware of every detail, even as I said, even your socks, even your underwear. You have to be aware of everything, and everything perfect. What else? You have to be aware of what is good for you, because as you can see in the image, like drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, so everything that these kind of things interrupt your perception. So everything that everything that goes against your perception make you I would say sleep, because it's not your essence. Your essence, remember, is be aware of, is perceive your vitality, what you have to eat. What you eat is a healthy food, or is meat, for instance. Meat is death body, and you are eating that, and you have to be aware that what is the best for you. So if you're vegetarian, you will be healthier, because what you will eat will be healthier for you, more vitamins and so on. Okay, and this image has a lot of emotions, so you have to be aware of your emotions when you are amazed, or when you have doubt of something, when you want to fight with someone and ask you, say, why I want to fight, why I am so cruel with someone, or excited, anxiety, or when you don't want to talk with someone. So you have to be aware of all your emotions, what's happened within you, and also here your mental process. So be aware of what you see, what you hear. Is the reality, or is something that you believe or you think? And this makes a lot of effort, because we need to be aware what is the truth and what is what we think, which most of the time is completely different. As you can see, the perception involves all our personality, our physical body, our vitality or etheric body, our emotions or emotional body, and also our thoughts or mental body. And this is connected with this Delphic maxim on the Temple of Apollo, Delphic Tholos in Athens: know thyself, perceive yourself, be aware of what you are doing, what you are speaking, what are you feeling now, or what do you feel now, or what do you think. To be aware, let me show you again my face. The point is, if you perceive all of these things, you will be aware of everything is an illusion, because it's a creation of yourself. And ultimately, your being is what you are. When you lose your job, I take all the power away. That is someone, I would say, is someone lose their job, or something happened and they lose something, maybe a friendship or whatever. You will be aware of your being, because your being is everywhere, so it's always with you. The monad is volition, wisdom, and cohesion. But let's look at these words in more detail, because I'm sure you know about volition, wisdom, and cohesion. But let's look at these words. Volition is the power to make your own decisions, and well, this is within you. This is your essence, because your essence is the monad. Means you have the power to choose what you want to do. Let me show my face again. If you don't want to be poor, you have to make your own decision and say, okay, I want to be rich. It's your decision. If you don't want to suffer from, I don't know, maybe illness or whatever, it's your decision. And you have to choose, you have to remember the volition of your monad is within you. Wisdom is the ability to use your knowledge and experience to make good decisions. And again, don't be confused with knowledgeable. So when someone is knowledgeable, they know, but you need the experience. So read the book, listen to someone is not enough. You need to practice. You need to experience what you learn. And this is when you became a wise person, which the wisdom, remember, wisdom is within you. Every person has wisdom. Sorry. This is my mistake. Every person is wisdom. And I didn't say wrong, because in metaphysics we say the noun. We don't use, of course we can say the adjective as well, but we say, because we are talking about our monad. Our monad is wisdom. We are wisdom. And cohesion is to be united. So you don't have to work to be united with someone, because in your higher plane, which is where the monad is, you are one with everyone. So you are one with the president and all the presidents and all prime ministers of the world. You are one with all criminals as well. You are one with your family. You are one with your enemies. You are one because it's your essence, is your monad, and your monad means one. For instance, for this reason, we are one. The being, the monad, the spirit, the monad is in the monadic plane. We didn't talk about plane yet, but I will start showing a little bit, so, or maybe you know. So the monad, your spirit, your presence, your I am presence here, lives in the monadic plane. We have 7 planes here, 7. I didn't put the names, so I want to be very, very simple, okay? Alright, the I am presence is related to the Mount Sinai. It's said in the Bible that when Moses asked God about his name, he answered, I am that I am. But let's see what's happened with humanity, because humanity changed a little bit the things, sometimes more than a little. So here we have four letters, a tetragram. And these letters, the original word for God's name, comes from the root HWH, the verb to be in Hebrew, which is this, haya. I don't know if I said correctly, I'm sorry. We have here another word, Adonai. It's the name of God for Judaism. So, if you can see here, what's happened? Humanity makes from these 2 words one. So you can, the Y-A-H-O-W-A-H, and this is what becomes into Yahovah, which is Jehovah. And what's happened if you read this word, but from the back to forward? Yahweh. So, when we talk about God, and we say, instead of saying God or I am, we say Adonai or Yahweh, it's not the same. And I have to say why. Because this word, Yahweh, Adonai, Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh, which is the first word, the word doesn't have the vibration, okay? And this is very important, because I will tell you an example. What's happened, I don't know if you are familiar with this, when you send money to someone, and this person received the money. And for instance, my last name is Banchi, okay, Banthy. What's happened is someone, instead of Banchi, write Bianchi. I cannot receive the money because it's not my name. So one letter is important. Can you imagine the whole word, a word completely? Can change completely the meaning. So for now, we have to say or God, but if you don't like God, because God is like a we use the word God for everything, but it's not the meaning of God indeed. So we can say I am that I am, which is the real name. The conjugation of the verb to be in present in the first person singular is I am. And this is all. So the being is I am the being, I am the monad, I am God. Because the name of God is the verb to be, is being. And the I am is perfect. For this reason, we started listening to the anthem, metaphysical anthem, because it's this. I am perfect. I am perfection. I am perfection. Well, in Spanish, yo soy perfecto, yo soy... Oh, sorry, Sir Ruben Cedeño, he is listening to me because he is the master. I shouldn't do that. Okay, but this is the point. The I am is perfect. And this is the question. Okay, I am perfect. Who on earth say that I am perfect? Nobody. Why? Because we have a personality. And the personality is imperfect. Yes, it's imperfect. So we need to connect with our reality, with our real being, which is perfect. Why we are not doing why we are not living in this in heaven or perfectly? I will say why. Because every statement preceded by the powerful I am has to be manifest as a divine edict. And I look at the dictionary, Cambridge, and okay, edict. An edict is an official order. It's a synonym of decree. And one more thing, in metaphysics, we use decrees. Okay, what is a decree? A decree is a verbal or mental affirmation, whether positive or negative, that when supported with feeling and thought manifests itself sooner or later, producing the effect of what is said and changing things. In other words, when you use the verb to be in the first person, second, third, in singular, plural, doesn't matter, because you are using the name of God, you are creating that. And we know that in metaphysics. So in metaphysics, the first thing is what you say. Be positive, 100%, all the time. Because we know that. We have the power here, in our tongue. And we need to be positive. If you don't want, doesn't matter. But you will suffer, have pain, doubt, illness. You will die. Someone will cut your head. Yeah, but is a punishment? No, it's because of you. the reason what's happened around you is because you. And you can change because you can create with your words. Let's see. When you are like this, because the words can be easy to understand, but we have to practice. In a state of irritability, anxiety, pain, fatigue, what you have to say? Remember, your power is in your tongue. You don't have power over me. And let me show you another thing. Because you can see the picture, but you cannot see me. How is that? Okay, you have fingers. Perfect. How many? 10. Good. We need only one. You don't have power over me. When you say that to the energy, it's like when you dog. You have your dog is in the kitchen, very dirty, and you say, oh, go out, get out. Okay? Well, this is the same. You are talking to the energy, and you say, you don't have power over me. And then the positive. I am the resurrection and the life of all good in my live stream. We are using remember, the powerful, the name of God. I am. What's happened with this? A virus. Okay. Again. This virus, but every single illness, every headache, every I don't know, any symptom, any illness, any condition, you don't have power over me. And the positive then, I am the resurrection and the life of my eternal youth and beauty, perfect sight and hearing, limitless strength and energy, and my perfect health. What's happened with lack of money? You don't have power over me. Again, you don't have power over me. Oh, one more time. You don't have power over me. And then, I am the resurrection and the life of my limitless supply of money and every good and perfect thing. You don't have to be upset or sad or worried. And you don't have power over me. We can decree, I am the resurrection and the life of all perfection in my world and my divine plan fulfilled right now. And this decree, I am the only power, the only presence, the only activity. Which means, I am the only power is only the perfection exists. Doesn't matter what you are seeing or what you are listening to, doesn't matter. Remember, is an appearance because your reality is perfection. This is very important, but your attention can be in problems, and because you are a monad, you have the power to create, so you are creating problems. So stop doing that and say this, I am the only power, the only presence, which means you are here right now. The good is right now here with you, and the only activity. There is nothing else more powerful than your presence, I am. The light, perfection, goodness, wisdom, love, beauty, and health, life, and prosperity, peace, freedom, and transmutation. When you say that, I am the only power, the only presence, the only activity, you are connected straight away with your presence, I am, your I am presence. When you say this decree, I am the only power, the only presence, the only activity, you are taking all power away from everything that is isn't God in you? In other words, you are living perfectly. Master Huzumi says, do not make great effort to go to find the presence of God. Quiet and find Him in the peace of your own sensorial world. Open your eyes and realize the majestic power of God that is in your heartbeat, and allow that divine nature to witness to the conviction about the omnipotence and love of the presence of God, which lights your own world. Okay, we said that through your decree, you can use the power of your I am presence. But also here, the Master Kusumi says about how to connect with this part of you, which is you actually. Well, through quiet. If you are quiet, still, without looking at your phone, without talking with your children or your partner or your friends, time alone to connect with your inner self, your presence I am. When you, through your breathing, of course, with that, when you breathe in, you assume I. When you breathe out, you assume so it's as I cannot do simultaneously because I have to speak to you, but you understand, of course. Soham for Hindus, its mantra is Om, and this is what we can do now. So we can start right now, like this. Okay. In your posture right now, doesn't matter how you are, don't move anymore. Don't move your legs, don't move your arms. You can close your eyes if you want, but doesn't matter. And still. Don't move anymore. And be focused on your nose. Here. And when you are in the posture which you are, only be focused on your breathing. And look at the rhythm of your breathing. Don't change. If fast or slow, don't change anything. Observe yourself. Perceive your posture. If you are hot, if you are cold, if you are hungry or full, if you are very awake or sleepy, full of energy or not. Perceive yourself. If you think, okay, be aware of that. You are thinking of something or someone. Be aware of that. Don't change. Only, oh look, I'm thinking of someone. Now take a deep breathing and breathe out. Open your eyes. And this is the end of today. I have something to say about next weekend, because on next weekend we have a lot of things to do. So first of all, next Saturday at 2 p.m. Sydney time, the inner self is we are studying this book, Metaphysics by Ruben Cedeño. And on Sunday, we have the Meta event, Asala Festival, for 24 hours, which it's composed of many metaphysical activities with Sir Ruben Cedeño and international facilitators throughout the world in different languages, because you have in Spanish, Italian, French, and Portuguese, and also in English. We have 4 activities in English, so you can catch up all these events in Australia Metaphysics on Facebook. Is Facebook Live. It will start at 1 p.m. Sydney time. And okay, this is activity. The activity within this event by Sir Ruben Cedeño is at 2 a.m. On Monday, but in the time. Okay, and the activity here in Sydney is the Noble Eightfold Path at 2 p.m. on Sunday, the 5th of July. Okay, well, thank you very much and have a good day. Thank you for joining this.